Hello guys, welcome back and to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and here on the channel we like to create really fun makeup looks using completely vegan and cruelty-free cosmetics, proving that cruelty-free is the only way to be. For today's video, we are recreating the very trendy Foxy Eyes makeup look. Now, this makeup trend has blown up all over Instagram, especially drawing inspiration from the runway and models like Bella Hadid and Demie. This Foxy Eye look focuses on accentuating that classic winged cat eye that we're all familiar with the addition of an inner corner wing to really amp up that fierce feline look. So if you want to see how to recreate this fun makeup trend from start to finish, just stay tuned, we're going to get straight into it. To start off this Foxy Eye makeup tutorial, I'm going to prime my eyelids, and today I'm switching it up from my normal ABH eyeshadow priming base, and I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil Crayon in the shade Milk, which is a nice creamy matte white shade. So I'm going to apply this all over the eyelids and blend it out with my fingertips. Starting in the center of the lid, a little bit on the inner corner and a little bit on the outer corner. Then go in with your fingertips and just kind of pounce and dot it out. To start off this Foxy Eye makeup tutorial, I am taking inspiration from an Demie makeup picture, and in that picture she had a nice warm mid-tone brown smudged out close to the lash line. So that's how we're going to start today's makeup tutorial. I'm going to dive into my Jeffree Star and Shane Mini Conspiracy palette, and I'm going to take the shade Diet Root Beer on my Morphe E36 brush, little smudger brush, one of my go-tos. Just going to pick some up on the tips of those bristles, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to start building it up close to the lash line. So I'm initially just keeping it tight to the lash line there, and then I'm going to extend it out at the outer corner in this wing type shape. So next I'm going to take the shade in that same palette above it called Cry on My Couch on the same little brush and just diffuse out the borders. Now that those two shades are all blended out and married on the lid, I'm going to switch up my palettes. I'm going to dive into this Nabla Cosmetics Dreamy eyeshadow palette because I need a deeper, more rich brown shade. So in this palette, there's a shade called Dogma, and it's a matte shade, a nice, deep, rich, warm brown. And I'm going to take that on an angled eyeshadow brush. This is a double-ended brow spoolie brush from e.l.f., but I'm going to use the angled side to pick up that shade Dogma, and then we're going to continue to build up that wing type shape with more eyeshadow, and this time we're going to keep it tighter to the lid. Starting in the outer corner there, and just use that nice defined edge to extend out the outer corner in a wing shape. Next, I'm just going to diffuse that out a little bit with the same smudger brush, just to soften it up a bit. We don't want to diffuse it so much that you can't tell it's in that wing type shape, but we don't want it to look quite so harsh. Now I'm just going to take some more of that matte brown shade on a finer angled liner brush. This is from Sephora, and I'm going to use that to extend out the inner corner of the eye to really continue that cat eye, elongated, accentuated effect to really play up the Foxy Eye look we're going for today. You can clean up any fallout with a makeup remover wipe, and then if you want to make it really nice and sharp and fierce, go in with your concealer to clean it up. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm, which is a shade maybe 1 to 2 lighter than my skin tone right now. And I'm just going to use it with a flat concealer brush to clean up both the inner wing and outer wing. It's just going to make it look more sharp and fierce and give a little bit more drama to the look. Now that our concealer has this eye looking extra fierce, sharp, and dramatic, definitely on par for that foxy eye makeup trend, I'm gonna do my other eye off camera, and then I'll be back and we'll do a quick cut crease together, so stay tuned for that. All right guys, I'm back and we're ready to do a dramatic cut crease to really amp up this eye look. So I'm gonna go in with an e.l.f. detail crease brush in that same shade Diet Root Beer, and I'm gonna build it up here in the crease, starting from about right here, and I'm gonna bring it in so that we can connect it to the outer corner here with those deeper rich brown shades. Then I'm gonna blend out the edges with an e.l.f. crease brush in that same shade from earlier, Cry on My Couch. That way we can really blur the edges for a nice blended look. Okay, we have a good bit of definition going on there in the crease from just using that eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna further define it now with concealer. The concealer I'm using for this is e.l.f.'s 16-Hour Camo Concealer, which is just a more matte version as compared to the hydrating version we used earlier. So just using that line we created before as a guide, we're gonna cut underneath of that. Now just take another little synthetic brush to blend and diffuse that concealer out and down. That way we have a nice seamless look and blend. Now I'm gonna go in with an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. This is kind of like a jumbo version of an eyeshadow shader or smudger brush, and I'm just gonna take some more of that shade Cry on My Couch to further set that concealer and ensure that it's not gonna crease on us. You can just take a big fluffy brush to dust away any excess. And then I'm gonna bring in a little bit more of that shade Diet Root Beer now to blend the deep brown with the pale shade we just applied for a more seamless gradient blended look. This is just a little touch-up step. And then you can also connect the cut crease with the outer corner here with more of that brown shade. Alright guys, I just have on a quick coat of mascara before I go in with my falsies of choice today. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild breakup-proof, waterproof retractable eyeliner, and I'm just going to pop this in the upper rim, upper waterline to really deepen and intensify this look. Now my lashes of choice today to add to this foxy cat eye makeup look are by Eylure London. These are part of their Luxe Faux Mink collection in the style Opulent. They're a gorgeous, very fluffy, very natural yet dramatic lash. So I'm just gonna trim some off the end of the lash before popping those on today. I'm also using Eylure's 18-Hour Black Eyelash Glue. All right, now that we have those gorgeous glam falsies on, I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of eyeliner to disguise the band of the eyelashes. And this again is Wet n Wild's breakup-proof, waterproof liquid eyeliner. This is the felt tip pen. And I'm just going to take it and line the upper lid. Now that we have that on the upper lash line, what we're gonna do is finish the face makeup off camera. All right guys, I'm back. I'm in my full coverage glam, full coverage beat. And if you're wondering what's on my face right now, it's my leftover setting powder. currently in the process of baking, and so we're gonna start off by applying some black gel liner in the waterline and then smudging that out on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go back to my NYX gel liner and smudger pot and just take some of that on a brush. This is a Morphe M250-1 liner brush, and I'm just gonna pop that in the waterline. To start smudging out the lower lash line, I'm taking more of that shade Diet Root Beer from earlier, and I'm just going to smudge that out, mostly focusing it on the outer corner, bringing it into the center of the lower lid. Now I'm going to take more of that Nabla Cosmetics shade called Dogma, the deep rich brown, on the double-ended liner and spoolie brush, and just bring that really nice and close to the lower lash line. Connecting it to the upper corner wing out here. And then I'm going to switch up and use that angled fine liner brush from Sephora since it's so nice and precise. And we're going to create an extension of the inner corner here. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap there. Now to finish off the eyes, we're just gonna pop a little bit of a shimmery light champagne shade in that blank space between the two inner corner like wing extensions. For that, I'm gonna dip back into that Nabla Cosmetics Dreamy eyeshadow palette in this shade here. It's called Immaculate, and it's just a very gorgeous shimmery light champagne, and going back in with that Morphe M250-1 little fine liner brush for this purpose. Alright guys, now all that's left to do to finish off this NYX Demie inspired makeup look is to do the lippie. So she was wearing a very beautiful brown based kind of peachy nude lip. So to start off, I'm going to line my lips using a Colourpop lippie pencil. This is in the shade Beeper. Now I'm going in with a Colourpop Lux Lipstick in the shade Quicke, which is a very nice light peach-based nude lipstick. So I'm gonna pop this in the center of the lips to keep it nice and light. Now I'm just gonna top this lippie off with some lip gloss. This is Nabla's Shine Theory lip gloss, and it's a nice light pale nude in the shade Lethal Nude. So I'm gonna slap this over the top. Now that we have our pouty nude lip on, the last thing that I'm gonna do before finishing out this makeup tutorial is add a little beauty mark feature to the face. So to recreate that beauty mark, I'm gonna mix a couple gel liners, one being that NYX gel liner and smudger pot from earlier in the shade Black, as well as this e.l.f. cream eyeliner in the shade Coffee. So mixing them together, we're gonna get a nice deep intense brown shade, and I'm just gonna load up that little concoction on my Morphe M250-1 liner brush. So I'm just using that brush, the tips of those bristles, to stamp the gel liner on my lip, and yeah, you have a faux beauty mark. The smaller the better, because the larger it starts to get, the more it starts looking like a mole. So keep it on the small side. So guys, after you add your nude lippie and faux beauty mark, this look is all complete. What do you guys think about how this look turned out? I absolutely love this Foxy eye makeup trend. It's definitely right up my alley. I love cat eyes, and I love extending out the inner corner there. So definitely was 100% on board with this trend. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as what type of makeup looks and trends that I should recreate here on my channel next. If you haven't yet, definitely subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked how it turned out today, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye guys.
You got the shot. Raúl Alejandro.
Raúl Alejandro.